Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to our lesson today through YouTube channel Yantos RW Backpacker channel. Today we meet again in the civics learning session for college students with the theme of introducing citizenship learning in realizing smart and good citizen. Hai, hello, kita jumpa lagi dalam pelajaran kita hari ini, masih melalui channel YouTube Yantos RW Backpacker channel. Hari ini kita berjumpa lagi dalam pelajaran pendidikan kewarganegaraan. Pada hari ini sesi pertama ya, pada pertemuan pertama, di mana pada sesi pertama ini topik yang akan kita bahas adalah pendidikan kewarganegaraan untuk mahasiswa perguruan tinggi dengan topik Introducing Citizenship Learning in Realizing Smart and Good Citizen. Jadi topik yang kita bahas di awal perkuliahan ini adalah memperkenalkan pendidikan kewarganegaraan, pengenalan dasar pendidikan kewarganegaraan dalam mewujudkan smart and good citizen, warga negara yang cerdas dan baik. I would like to inform you that starting this semester, all learning with me will use two languages, namely English and Indonesian, in order to answer global challenge and make education in Indonesia an international level. I would really appreciate and give plus points for students who use English in doing class assignment. Saya memberitahukan pada mulai semester ini, semua pembelajaran dengan saya akan menggunakan dua bahasa, yaitu bahasa Inggris dan bahasa Indonesia, sebagai upaya untuk menjawab tuntutan global dan menjadikan pendidikan kita sebagai pendidikan yang level internasional. Let's start our lesson today, which begin with the definition of civic education in etymologies, terminology, and ontology. Baik, mari kita mulai pelajaran kita hari ini, yang kita awali dengan definisi dari pendidikan kewarganegaraan secara etimologi, terminologi, dan ontologi. First, in etymology, education is a conscious and planned effort to realize the learning atmosphere and the learning process so that students actively develop their potential. And citizenship is a matter related to citizen. Alright, yang pertama kita membahas tentang pengertian pendidikan kewarganegaraan secara etimologi. Ya, pendidikan artinya adalah suatu usaha yang secara sadar dan terencana untuk mewujudkan atmosfer pembelajaran dan proses pembelajaran sehingga mahasiswa secara aktif mengembangkan potensi dirinya. Jadi, pendidikan ini adalah sebuah usaha yang sadar dan terencana yang tidak lain dan tidak bukan tujuannya agar menciptakan atmosfer pembelajaran dan proses pembelajaran yang menjadikan mahasiswa itu menjadi mahasiswa yang aktif dalam mengembangkan potensi dirinya. Jadi tujuan pembelajaran pendidikan adalah agar mahasiswa itu menjadi mahasiswa yang aktif, bukan mahasiswa yang pasif. Sedangkan citizenship, kewarganegaraan, is a matter related to citizen. Sedangkan kewarganegaraan itu adalah segala ihwal yang berhubungan, yang berkaitan dengan warga negara. The second in terminology, yang kedua adalah secara terminologi, citizenship education is based on political democracy, expanded with other sources and the positive influence of school education, society, and parent, so that students can think critically, analyze, behave, and act democratically based on Pancasila and the 1945 Constitution. Jadi secara terminologi, pendidikan kewarganegaraan adalah pendidikan yang didasarkan kepada pendidikan demokrasi politik yang diperluas dengan sumber-sumber yang lain dan pengaruh yang positif dari pendidikan sekolah, masyarakat, dan orang tua, sehingga mahasiswa dapat berpikir secara kritis, analisis, bersikap dan berperilaku secara demokratis berdasarkan kepada Pancasila dan Undang-Undang Dasar 1945. And third, ontologically, the attitudes and behavior of citizens in the life of society, nation, and state with different status and position through civic education, through citizenship education. These differences can be adjusted or in line with the dynamic and challenge of attitude and behavior of citizen in the life of the nation and state. Secara ontologi, sikap dan perilaku warga negara di dalam kehidupan bermasyarakat berbangsa dan negara dengan status dan posisi yang berbeda-beda. Nah, melalui pendidikan kewarganegaraan, maka perbedaan-perbedaan ini dapat disesuaikan dan sejalan dengan dinamika dan tantangan-tantangan dari perilaku dan sikap warga negara di dalam kehidupan berbangsa dan bernegara. The fourth, in juridically, civic education shapes students to become human beings who have a sense of nationality and love for the country. In the law number 20 of 2001, Article 37 states that citizenship education includes learning about Indonesia, learning to become a human with Indonesian personality, building a sense of nationality and love for country. Jadi secara yuridis, pendidikan kewarganegaraan memberikan kepada mahasiswa untuk menjadi manusia yang memiliki rasa nationality, ya, dan cinta tanah air. Jadi pendidikan kewarganegaraan untuk membangkitkan nasionalisme dan cinta tanah air, memiliki kebanggaan kepada bangsa dan mencintai bangsa Indonesia. Berdasarkan Undang-Undang Nomor 20 tahun 2001 ayat 7 mengatakan bahwa pendidikan kewarganegaraan itu termasuk learning about Indonesia, yaitu belajar tentang Indonesia. Learning to become a human with an Indonesian personality. Belajar untuk menjadi manusia yang berkepribadian Indonesia. Building a sense of nationality and love for country. Ya, membangun rasa kebangsaan dan cinta tanah air. Itulah yang berdasarkan secara yuridis, ya, bahwa pendidikan kewarganegaraan ini tidak lain dan tidak bukan adalah bagaimana menjadikan mahasiswa mengetahui dan mengenal Indonesia itu seperti apa, ya, kemudian belajar menjadi manusia yang berkepribadian Indonesia, membangun rasa kebangsaan, nationality and love for country, dan rasa cinta tanah air. Oleh karena itu, maka pendidikan kewarganegaraan ini perlu ditanamkan kepada seluruh mahasiswa di perguruan tinggi, dan ini tentunya menjadi mata kuliah wajib, ya, agar apa yang menjadi tujuan pendidikan ini menjadikan mahasiswa smart and good citizens. Alright, before we continue the lesson, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment this YouTube channel, Yantos Airway Backpacker Channel. Baik, sebelum kita lanjut, jangan lupa untuk memberikan subscribe, like, dan komennya tentang pelajaran kita hari ini, dan untuk dapat dipahami pelajaran-pelajaran ini sehingga nantinya dapat melakukan analisis atau membuat kesimpulan tentang apa yang telah kita pelajari pada saat ini. Baik, alright, the next, what the purpose of civic education? What the object of civic education? What the purpose of civic education? The civic education is become smart and good citizen in life of a democratic nation and state based on Pancasila and the 1945 Constitution. Jadi yang menjadi tujuan sasaran dari pendidikan kewarganegaraan ini adalah untuk menjadi smart and good citizen, warga negara yang cerdas dan baik in life of a democratic nation, dalam kehidupan bangsa, ya, dalam kehidupan kebangsaan yang demokratis, dalam kehidupan berbangsa yang demokratis, kehidupan berbangsa dan bernegara based on Pancasila and the 1945 Constitution. Jadi tujuan dari pendidikan kewarganegaraan ini adalah menjadikan warga negara yang cerdas dan baik dalam kehidupan berbangsa dan bernegara yang demokratis, tapi tetap based on Pancasila, ya, tapi tetap berdasarkan kepada Pancasila dan Undang-Undang Dasar 1945. Next, challenges and dynamics of civic education. What the challenges and dynamic of civic education? Civic education will always face the dynamic of changes in the state and government system, as well as challenges in the life of the nation and state. In the future, it will be largely determined by the views of the Indonesian nation, the existence of the state constitution, and demand of the dynamic of the nation development. Ya, tantangan dan dinamika dari pendidikan kewarganegaraan, di mana pendidikan kewarganegaraan ini akan selalu menghadapi dinamika dan perubahan-perubahan yang terjadi di negara atau dalam sistem pemerintahan. Begitu juga perubahan-perubahan yang terjadi di dalam kehidupan berbangsa dan bernegara. In the future, di masa yang akan datang, pendidikan kewarganegaraan ini akan ditentukan oleh pandangan bangsa Indonesia, eksistensi konstitusi negara, dan tuntutan-tuntutan dan dinamika dari perkembangan bangsa. Jadi pendidikan kewarganegaraan ini akan selalu menghadapi dinamika dan perubahan-perubahan yang terjadi di negara, baik itu dalam perubahan terjadi dalam sistem pemerintahan maupun dalam kehidupan masyarakat kita dalam berbangsa dan bernegara, dan juga akan sangat ditentukan oleh eksistensi konstitusi Undang-Undang Dasar 1945 dan tuntutan-tuntutan perkembangan dan dinamika yang terjadi di dalam masyarakat. Nah, ini seperti contoh, ya, sudah terjadi beberapa kali, ya, amandemen di dalam konstitusi kita. Nah, ini tentu menyesuaikan dengan perkembangan zaman, dan ini juga merupakan kajian daripada pendidikan kewarganegaraan. Next, the term of civil education in different countries. Ya, istilah-istilah pendidikan kewarganegaraan berbeda-beda di setiap negara.
The course format is a 2-hour slot in the evening, 1 day a week, for about 25 weeks of the year, and then there's a 1-day workshop. Weekly sessions can involve lectures from myself, guided research sessions, but we also get a range of absolutely excellent guest lectures from the ANU. Students have told me they prefer the exam format. That's their favourite assessment task, which is an hour and 15 task where students are in exam-like conditions, except that they have access to the internet, so they do research and learn to work to that really tight time frame in that task. They also do a learning portfolio, which is a reflective sort of piece which documents their journey over time in the course. But the largest assessment is the performance task, and that's quite a creative piece where they get to make a short film on a topic, a research topic that they have enjoyed learning about, and they do further research on that themselves.
For the culture unit, I did my performance task on religion and how it's used in marketing and pop culture, so I made my own sitcom. This episode, we examine the Muslim world through the lens of pop culture, more specifically television, a medium which reaches over 90% of the Indonesian population.
In the first year of the program, my performance task kind of examined stereotypes both Indonesians and Australians have of each other. I researched punk movements within Indonesia and decided I needed a mohawk to play my character.
Today I'm joined here with Damawula from the band, hang on, I'll let you say it, Hakita Hakita.
Most people do know that Indonesia's economy is pipped to be in the top economies in the world by 2050. And for students of the age who are taking this course in Year 11 and 12, they are going to be at the height of their career in that era. And knowledge of Indonesia, its politics and culture, as well of course as the language, is a really important skill for these Australians to acquire.
I learned a lot about culture and politics because those were the two main things that we focused on in this course. In addition to a lot about religion, mainly Islam, we went very in-depth into all of these topics and especially looked at how they're all intertwined, that it's like how they relate to each other.
The first question I wish to start with today is regarding the recent election for Governor of Jakarta. I believe this is a very useful place to start when investigating the modest status of unification in Indonesia. Was the backlash that occurred in this election something common in this so-called Negara Kesatuan? Does this really demonstrate the Bhinneka Tunggal Ika that Indonesia prides itself on?
I actually became inspired by an Indonesian vlogger, well, Canadian vlogger living in Indonesia called Sasha Stevenson, and that's what I really tried to base my performance task off this year. My task is a satirical advice video for politicians about how to buy your way into elections.
Collective goods don't always work, but you know what should work? Amplop. Basically little envelopes full of money.
I sometimes used Indonesian and I sometimes used English, but the keywords are always in Indonesian because that way they can carry their full weight, and that's ultimately what you're marked on.
She was learning the language, but then she was getting this whole other dimension, these different layers of things about Indonesia that she was also learning that she possibly wasn't learning at school. And so I think it really complemented, it really rounded the whole subject off for her really nicely. In the future, I can see this course will support Emily to achieve her goals in terms of her study of languages, which is one of the things that she wants to do after school. And I think the fact that she's done the extension course hopefully will give her that edge, that bit of an advantage in being able to pursue what she wants to do after school.
If you're studying Indonesian at your home secondary college, the overwhelming feedback I've gotten from students and their teachers actually as well is that this course integrates beautifully with the study of conversational Indonesian, and actually students find themselves more motivated to do that study at their home secondary college as well.
This course was really interesting for me because it was a chance for me to look at some of the topics I do in school in more depth, not just Indonesian, which I do, but also I do a politics global studies course, and I found this course really had a lot of links with that course. And it also provided me an experience, or an opportunity rather, to investigate something that was really relevant to me. I did my performance task looking at religious minorities in Indonesia, and I'm actually a Baha'i, which is a minority that's not counted as one of the major official religions, so looking into like the human rights situation around that was really interesting.
Yang terhormat anggota Komisi 8 yang saya hormati. Thank you for this opportunity to address you in English as a member of the Australian Baha'i community. Unfortunately, corruption is still present in the police force, and they still hire preman to do their dirty work.
The atmosphere in the classroom is really nice, and it was so good to meet all of the other students. I came in this year as a year 11 and these two are year 12s, and like we all fit straight in, and they made us feel really welcome, which is nice in a course that combines it. And yeah, we all made friends really quickly, and I think that's another one of the nice things about the course, is that you can learn, but you also learn working together rather than just like learning off by yourself.
Don't worry if you haven't learnt the language before. You don't have to know how to say hello or goodbye, or even how to go to the toilet in Indonesian. It's just learn about the culture and the people. I study out at school, and this performance task allowed me to further research into graffiti and graffiti artists, and for my performance task I did a mock interview with a young and elder graffiti artists in Indonesia, and that sort of reflected political movements. This course allowed me to access all of the ANU database, and I found it really, really useful for all my other courses at school.
For more information on the ANU Extension program, go to the ANU Extension website. Applications close in early February.
Alright my student, I really do hope our lesson today making all my students to be a smart and good citizen. Baik, semua mahasiswa, saya berharap pelajaran hari ini dapat membuat mahasiswa menjadi a smart and good citizen.